Who's AI?
I can believe it. Who's AI?
Polo G AI.
I would believe it. I would
Is
100.
Polo G a
I
robot?
would 100% believe Polo G, the baby,
No,
Roddy Rich.
The baby's too crazy.
Roddy
the
Rich,
baby's
the
too-
baby,
too crazy
and
outside.
Polo G are all AI. Would you like a therapy series?
That could be gas. Just kicking it.
We can't both be in therapy.
Why?
Then it's like neither of us know what's happening.
Yo, this would be kind of fire. We could just have a conversation, but not look at each other, but
I'm
hear each
falling
other
asleep.
super well, bro.
I'm straight falling asleep.
I kind of like the way this feels.
I like that couch. Right? You're gonna do it. You're gonna actually do an episode from there, though.
Bro, this would be so comfortable. And I feel like I would be like really deep if I could just like look up at the ceiling and just ponder into the microphone.
They would get no answers to any questions.
But they'd get a lot of really good questions.
A lot of questions. A lot of.
That was mad comfy, bro.
No, we're on to something. Niggas ain't doing it like that yet.
We could do like a 10-hour episode, bro, and really just kick it in here.
We gotta have the guests. We gotta bring like another. Oh, there's 3. Wow.
The couch over there.
Wow.
Should we get the cam on that one?
I see the vision. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the StereoVision podcast.
What's good? Episode 66 coming at you.
This is why we can't do episodes by ourselves.
Why? Because we gonna lay down?
Hey, we're gonna start off this shit on some bullshit, bro.
I mean, I feel like they would get some real gems if I was full horizontal, bro. They'd get to see a different side of both of us. I don't know.
It's been a minute since we chopped it up with y'all.
Yeah.
We've been moving around and shit. It's been like a month damn near since like a solo episode.
Yeah.
At least.
Definitely a minute. We had Kembe X come through and do a great episode. Who'd we have right before that?
Shit. I forget, but shout out. A lot be going on. I be forgetting. I got
Seriously.
But I mean, we back. Go, give y'all a little recap of some of the crazy shit we done. Should we get straight into it, or should we talk about music?
Let's get straight into it. It's been a pretty active month.
All right, so basically, I'm the same as Justin Bieber, in that I saw Frank Ocean's Coachella set, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Did Bieber say that?
Yeah, bro. He made a little post about it and shit, bro.
I didn't see that.
We had the pleasure of going to Coachella weekend 1 on y'all fuck niggas. Niggas said we wouldn't get there, but we got there, bitch.
We got ourselves there. We got like respect to us, all three of us and the homie Noah pulling up no passes, and then ended up the weekend watching Frank in the Artist Lounge. I had a great weekend.
That was a dub. That was blessings. But yeah, it was a great weekend. I only got to see, so I wasn't moving around the festival except the last day at like the very end. But just that was my first time ever going to Coachella, and from like an outsider perspective, it is hard to want to pay for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's an endeavor. It's because it's out there.
Yeah,
it's in the cuts,
deep.
And it's dirty. There's a lot of dust.
So much dust in my nostrils, bro.
Yeah.
So many. My nose has been all fucked up for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, it's such a skewed experience. I can't compare it to any of my festival experiences, honestly, because, like, A, we didn't pay. Mm-hmm. B, I was working. So I didn't get to see a lot of sets I would have seen. I wasn't on all the drugs I would have liked to be on. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that really like make this impossible to compare to. I had a great time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It was like a fun weekend.
Yeah.
It was a great weekend. You know what I mean? If you love music, that's what I'm saying. That's it's really so unfair for us to be talking about it. It's really so unfair for us to be talking about it because like if you a nigga who like paid bands to go out there to see Frank Ocean, and like, because that was the whole reason a lot of people went there.
For sure.
That was whole takeaway, which is actually, let us not focus on that then, actually. Let's push that to the end a little bit because y'all know we saw him and we liked it. There was a lot of other really good performers that stood out, that should be talked about because it was a great weekend of like just like some of the biggest talent in the world. Niggas said Rosalia was crazy.
Rosalia was absolutely insane, coming from somebody that wasn't familiar with the music. Absolutely captivating, visually stunning. They had somebody directing the entire performance. You know what I mean? Like it's a music video. Like the visuals on screen were probably the crispiest I've ever seen at a live performance in my life.
Yeah.
The music was incredible. She sounded great. Choreography on 10. It It's like it was like a perfect set from somebody who I didn't have any personal connection to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely got me interested. Definitely got me listening to the music when I got back. Like
Bruh.
she was probably the best performance besides Frank to me.
Yeah. That's literally been the consensus. Everyone that I've heard talk about the event has been like, "Did you see that? How crazy was it? Da da da. That was dope." I only got to see like I missed I think like the first like probably like 5 songs at Cali,
Yeah.
but what I saw, fire.
Cali was incredible.
Love that.
Cali
shit,
had the
bruh.
best guests of the festival.
Okay, yeah.
Brought out Dawn. They had a really cute moment. Brought out Tyler.
Is that like a crazy relationship to you?
Who? Tyler and Cali?
No,
Dawn and Cali?
I just don't see it.
I don't either.
First of all, we're not gossipy, you know what I mean? Shout out you, like love. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, you know what I mean? But it's just so funny to me, bro. Like
It
how that
is.
even happened?
I don't even know.
So
But
random.
after
bro.
seeing him catch the twerk on stage,
That's hilarious.
It made a
That's
little bit more
fucking
sense.
funny as fuck.
it made a little bit more
He
sense. I was
caught
like,
it and he
oh,
said,
I was like, I could feel that from here. He was into it.
You went full Chance the Rapper.
Oh God, I still haven't seen that video.
Why?
Because I didn't like Google it or whatever.
So funny. It's so funny. Chance looks so happy.
Quick sidebar, tell the people what happened.
I mean, Chance is I think he's in it's Carnival. I don't know where that is, bro. But basically, if you don't know what it is a festival where like it is all very platonic in like the most sexually charged way, if that makes sense. Like the women do like like this is literally a tradition. I wish I knew like where this took place like in the world, but like it happens every year. Women are wearing like bikini type things, da 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 da, but like dressed like up, you know what I mean? Got their makeup done, whatever. And guys, you know, be outside, you know, and they like swim trunks, whatever. And it's like niggas be dancing on each other, and it, you know, there's ass everywhere, and
Ass everywhere.
Chance caught ass
Damn.
multiple times.
The married, God-loving Chance the Rapper.
Okay, but like niggas point out a lot of things, and like once again, I'm not in nobody business. I don't give a fuck what you doing, bro. We are not the police. They said that this nigga ain't have his ring on. And like also, and I'm like, bro, this nigga was looking dead in the camera.
Yeah.
Like he knew a nigga was filming. He wasn't even tripping. So like,
Yeah.
I don't think he was doing nothing sus. But I don't know how would we both are like people in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he moving. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't do that, bro. Even if it is like a plutonic place.
Yeah.
And like there's no like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy to try to get off, bro.
I mean,
know.
the one case in which you might be able to get that off is if you literally sacrificed your ultra promising rap career for this woman and she knows it and you have no problem with the fact that you did that.
Sacrifice shit for her. She
Oh,
ain't
he
make, she ain't make
totally
him write
did.
the lyrics.
I know, but
She ain't tell that nigga to write the lyrics at all. That nigga just got corny by himself.
he willingly got corny.
Yes.
You know, he didn't fight it. He said, I'm happier now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, hey.
And think about the trust that gives your relationship. You know, he probably can't catch a little bit of ass without worrying about it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I hope that they ain't killing Chance for that. You know what I mean?
Chance don't need to be killed.
You know what I mean? Like, let him have the thing that he's had his whole career.
Yeah.
If y'all take that away from the nigga, then he really gonna have to start dropping hits again.
Literally.
Oh, is that what's? Nah, let me not say that.
Yeah, don't speak that.
But
I
that
think
was
Chance is
necessary
coming back
to
though.
Make a better album. Nah, yeah. Chance coming back. But like,
Whether if it's because of a divorce or it's because of a
divorce album would be crazy. It goes from the big day to the worst day.
Yo, the
The
worst
last
day would
day.
be fire.
Nah, but shout out Chance. You know what I mean? We didn't see you at Coachella, but I see you outside.
That's someone that I would love to see live. Even after everything that happened, I've never seen him. And I seen him do. He's promoting like the acid rap concert right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it already happened or not.
A lot of the homies have a solid coloring book tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then he oh, that's the thing. A lot of my friends went to like the year he did Life is Beautiful. He also was doing the coloring book tour. And it was like, you know what I mean, kind of like a Tyler situation, but a little more egregious where like they were the exact same show.
Yeah.
But like he was doing it up during that time. Like people said that like, you know what I mean, obviously if it was your first time seeing Chance, like it was a big production.
Yeah.
I think he could put on a good show because he still got hits.
For sure.
Yeah.
But back to Coachella. Rosalia was great. I didn't get to see day one, but I only heard great things about Burna Boy.
Yeah.
Only heard great things about K Tronada set.
Oh, I wish I could have seen both of those. I wish I could have seen Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny and the Gorillaz are two that I really wish I saw. I seen the Gorillaz brought De La Soul out.
Mhm.
I think weekend 2.
Goats.
Yeah, that's so dope.
I mean, I got to see Ira Star at the a little Revolve event, and she fucking sounds insane, bro.
Yeah,
Like Tim's-esque.
yeah.
Like really, really good live. Was moving like all. She great. Like,
I wish I could have
really
seen
good
her.
Performer. Don did his thing at that. It was weird. I don't know. So the crowd at Coachella,
Was exactly what I was gonna expect.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like for what I'm saying though, I think that Frank did bring out some real festival goers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yep.
I did run across them. A lot of the homies went out there. So like, it wasn't all bad.
No.
But there was just so many fucking people. And the overwhelming majority were not. I feel like a lot of people were returners. A lot of people, you know what I mean, are there to show off their outfits. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's an interesting mix of people. I don't know.
It was a clout fest, bro. It was a clout fest. I won't even lie to you. You know, I had a great time. But like, I don't know. I've never seen a festival cater to VIP so heavily.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad being in that section just because I'm like, damn, this isn't even like. I feel like normally in other festivals, the VIP section's a little ducked off. You have more space, more privacy, but you're not like in the very, very front of everybody that waited all day.
That wasn't VIP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you speak to like, that's why I feel like I can't accurately totally go in on the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm more so speaking from the other shows that I saw. Because at the actual event, I didn't spend that much time amongst the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big festival. Like, I just don't know like how you could say like you have to, if you want to see your people, you got to get there early if you're GA.
Yeah.
Like you have to get there early because like I did that when I do that when I go to festivals if I really love the person that's performing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna stay on this stage. Like I'll do that. But like if it's a day that I'm not all the way into, like I can move around a little more and still get close enough for the headliner.
Totally.
Here it's fucked.
Yeah.
It is like it's bad for it.
Yeah.
To see any of them. And then I feel like at a certain point in the day, you're so far back, you're only moving from bad spot to bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad because like, and that's kind of going into the Frank set, why I appreciated what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't have to be close to enjoy Frank's set.
It didn't matter where you were.
You know? Because like,
Everybody waited the same amount of time, and it didn't matter where you were standing.
fuck you, because I see your Coachella videos, my nigga. So if you was complaining about Frank and you was in the back of the back, you was not finna see that nigga anyways.
Literally.
So I've seen the videos that y'all niggas is posting, complaining like this nigga didn't even see no song. Bro, you couldn't even hear from out. Like I'm like no cap, and like I don't know. I think like the moments when he wasn't singing, and like had the track turned all the way up, made sure everyone in the festival could enjoy. It was the dance breakdown when it didn't matter what was on stage. Because the same way people are praising Rosalia for her like having a director and doing all that, Frank was directing that himself basically. I don't know who was working the camera because there might have been another person, but like it was constantly moving. It wasn't a stagnant big screen, you know what I'm saying? And like there was moments that felt like just togetherness moments.
Yeah.
I liked it.
He made it feel, I think there's value when something doesn't feel like it's been over-rehearsed. You know what I mean? Because it's like why I talk about why I love going to like Dead and Company shows, because kind of the potential of a show that kind of has the freedom to go off the rails and kind of become whatever it wants to become. It felt that way. It felt like he created a safe space for him, a space that he was comfortable, a space with all his equipment that took 4 hours to set up, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He made his little room and he jammed out with some of the best musicians and everyone got to witness that.
I will. The only thing that I will say is that you're right about the Dead and Co comparison in terms of it not feeling rehearsed, but what they have better, and like that's like their whole genre is their jam band.
Yeah.
So like you know what I mean? Like even in their dead space, even when it's not the same version of a song that you're used to, I feel like it doesn't ever fall completely silent, like it did with Frank, where there was like if you're not, because for me, it's like I'm on the edge of my seat, but I could feel like how a lot of people might have been like an awkward silence almost. Because there were moments when it's like, oh, like this nigga really is, shit is rejiggering back there that we don't see. I don't know.
But I don't know. It makes those moments sweeter because the moments that hit. Because you're right. It never is quiet at a Dead and Co set, but there's definitely 5-10-minute jams that go nowhere, that aren't very good. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just like, are they going to find it? Are they ever going to come out of this? You know what I mean? And then they come out of it and you're like, oh, that feels amazing. And that was the same thing with Frank. You know, like he'd be pointing and people would be walking and there'd be bullshit and he would say some things and then we'd get Bad Religion. You know what I mean? And it would be the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's dope. I also want to shout out the people that he had on stage, you know what I mean? Besides just the twerking security guard.
Yeah.
Fucking Dylan Wiggins, one of like the biggest producers in hip hop, like has done everything. Like I'm trying to think of like what he did for the he was just working with The Weeknd, but great producer. He was the one who was on stage kind of working the boards, I think.
Okay.
And he was the guy with like the short like kind of afro.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That was dope. The fucking DJ, who I still don't know the name of, murdered her set.
Yeah, she was great.
I know people wasn't trying to hear it when you had a Frank Ocean show, but damn, was that a good DJ set.
Yeah.
And it was Frank Ocean songs.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad about. So
They were cool flips of Frank Ocean songs. And something he said during his set was, not everything has to be about me. Even if you pay to come see me, he's so clearly somebody that doesn't want the spotlight. That was my biggest takeaway. What did y'all think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Did you think he was going to get on stage in front of all y'all and like strut back and forth and sing his whole catalog and pour, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a fan, manage your expectations a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He is a recluse, you know?
I think people want him to respect the moment like they respect the moment.
Yeah.
And they expect everyone to feel the same as they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like to Coachella, it's almost like, how dare you? And like a lot of people, it's like, how dare you disrespect this thing that we hold so sacred and like paid so much money for? How dare you belittle this moment? This should be the biggest moment of your life. When in reality, he's like, I don't even fucking like Coachella.
He said,
Like,
I was never really trying to come out here with my brother as a kid, but I always did. You know, I always ended up getting dragged out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that for him.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just hate to see it. Such big fans of his get disappointed, because I feel like Frank fans do normally really stick together and are like, you know, like we recognize that this nigga may never drop music or never update us, but it's like we appreciate the art, we appreciate the honesty, and like I feel like people fake get him, but this really proves kind of why he is the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
You niggas do not love you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you could have all these fans, it's not your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like the quicker these people realize that, the music's gonna get better, because you can't try to please these niggas who is gonna be fleeting regardless.
Yeah.
They're gonna jump on the first little issue that comes across, you know. So it was what it was, and I'm glad I was there.
They love him like they love their drug dealer with the best product. You know what I mean? They love you, but they love you because of the product. You know what I'm saying? They don't love you. But I think
Shout out Crack Rock.
literally.
But
What was your favorite song? What was your favorite song of his set?
Crack Rock.
Crack Rock?
I never thought that would be played. Like on the off chance I ever thought that I would ever see Frank Ocean live, I would have never in a million years imagined that song would have been played.
Yeah.
Ever.
I liked Solo a lot.
Yeah.
And the flip that he did. And I liked Bad Religion.
Yeah. Bad Religion was everything it needed to be. Bad Religion was the ballad that made up for every other moment he didn't sing. He sounded incredible on that. But
Yeah.
like, he did great song. I love the song selection. I love the moment, because Nights wasn't sung, but it still felt like a moment. And it felt like he was taking in the moment. It was fun to see him. Like, you made a song that people are screaming the words to every bar, not missing a lyric.
Yeah.
That's got to feel great. And you got to see that on his face for a split second before they told this nigga to get off the stage. The hard out sucks that they just had to say, like, you know, cut the shit. We're done. And that's a like common theme with Coachella, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't know what really went down there. Because we saw the report came out that Coachella got fined like $150,000 for like it was something like $10,000 for every minute they went over curfew, which is literally chump change to Coachella. That $150,000 is not shit. And Frank's set ended at what, like 12:22? You know what I mean? Like, not so. I don't know what really went down there.
I think that those numbers are a little bit low.
Yeah,
bro. Like, because if you go over at like MSG, it's ridiculous.
I mean, but you're in the middle of the desert. What curfew?
I feel you, but like,
this is this community's entire thing.
But like,
it's their entire economy for the entire year.
But you're still dealing with the government who's trying to get every bit of money they can.
Yeah.
So they probably look at it the same way that we are looking at it, and it's like, oh, it ain't nothing for you. Pay up. You want to do this? You know what I mean? You got the bread for it. Then put it up.
Yeah.
And you know Frank ain't paying for it, and this nigga already said you can't live stream it. Probably lost that YouTube money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not gonna fault them for that. I'm not gonna fault them for stalling the set, because I'm happy with the way it ended. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It was a good show. It's a legendary moment.
Yeah.
It was the first Frank concert in a while. It was dope.
And he sounded amazing.
Perfect. Hopefully, this nigga lied, said album coming soon. No, he said new music is coming. We don't know when.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We might need AI Frank.
AI Frank. I don't want AI Frank. I have no desire for AI Frank.
That shit is so boring to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's boring till you realize that fucking Drake put out an AI version of himself, bro, in Search and Rescue, bro. That shit sounded lifeless as fuck. Like, I don't know.
Literally.
I think the only problem is, like, did you see the people that, like, so if you haven't seen, like, I think the biggest thing that came out was the Drake Weekend AI one. That's what everyone was talking about. Niggas were saying that it sounded good.
Yeah.
Like, niggas were, like, kind of, like, big upping it on social media, and I'm like, bro, this is part of the problem. Like, you can't denounce it one time and then still say, but it slaps, though, because then people are going to be like, eventually, if we do it enough, you're going to get desensitized to it, and we're not going to have a choice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
mean, for me, I won't even speak on how it actually sounds because that's irrelevant to me. I heard snippets of Weeknd and Drake, and it did sound pretty good to me, to be honest. But I could care less how good the records are because that's not why I listen to music. I listen to music to connect, for someone to understand me and to put my feelings, into words, into music, and into art. I like listen to music to feel heard and to feel understood and to feel another person that I know is going through what I'm going through tell me that. You know what I mean? And to feel together. And so, like, the computer could do that all I want, but as soon as I know that it's generated by a machine, it's worthless to me.
I feel you right. It's so hard to put my issue with it into words because with everything you said being true, I feel like one could I don't agree with this. I'm playing devil's advocate right now, just talking. But like one could say that like ChatGPT is still pulling from the internet and articles and other songs that are published on the internet that were written by real people and just compiling them into a message. Still not real and coming from a person.
Yeah.
But like they could say source material. I think my issue is like if you begin to automate creativity, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like that's the barrier that it's never supposed to cross.
Mm-hmm.
And once it does that, it's more like then everything's up for grabs.
What are we here for?
What are we here for?
What are we here for?
And then eventually like the fucking AI is going to figure that out.
Yeah.
Bruh, I don't know. We're living in the future. As crazy as it sounds, like I don't know if you like I've seen like old movies, you know what I mean? Like The Day the Earth Stood Still and shit like that from like the 70s and shit like that. And it really is wild to think like when they were talking about 2023 or whatever, like a lot of like the shit like flying cars and things like that aren't happening, but like robots are a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We have whole computers that we can hold in our hands, bro. Like
they can learn.
Bro, Teslas, bro, like you can do everything from the inside of a Tesla.
And it's crazy you always have to remember that the technology that is widely accessible to us is probably tech from 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the real most powerful shit is kept in many, many safes and closed doors and locks. You know what I mean? Like they're not letting us hear about what's really breaking technology, what's really powerful shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a scary world we live in, but I mean, I'm glad, I guess, universal. Because that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because I guess it could be the one thing that kind of unifies major labels to like get their shit together a little bit. It's like, okay, maybe we need to update our practices and how we do things before this shit takes us out.
Yeah.
Because eventually all it takes is like, what if someone releases it and doesn't say that it's AI and it blows up? SoundCloud, TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eventually,
What do you mean? They release a song by a popular artist?
Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a super popular artist. It could just be like anyone, you know what I mean? Say you do they're the cyber rapper, like the fake rapper.
I forgot his name.
You know
yes, that came out and said the N-word within like the first week.
So what if you take that, right? Don't put a face to it. Put a real person on it. Or like a fake name. You know what I mean? A real person name. And then, like, you combine a couple of different of the biggest artists, and you put out a banger with AI. Because, like, you know what I mean? If you heard the shit, it can put out something that people are going to like. And then it blows up. And then, like, it's almost like you do a big reveal or something. Because I can see these fuck niggas trying to do that shit.
Totally.
I don't know.
Totally.
It's fucking terrifying, bro.
Feel me out. What if they've been doing that for the last 10 years? What if one of our favorite artists is really AI and has been AI this whole time?
Someone who we've never seen. Or someone, one of them niggas isn't really making music. They're just really like a prop.
Yeah.
And one of them niggas agreed to it. Fuck, we in some conspiracy theory ass shit, but like, damn, that I could believe it.
Who's AI?
I could believe it. Who's AI?
Polo G AI?
I would believe it. I would
Is Polo
100.
G a
I
robot?
would 100% believe Polo G, the baby,
No,
Roddy Rich.
The baby's too crazy.
Roddy
the
Rich,
baby's
the
too-
baby,
too crazy
and
outside.
Polo G are all AI.
Now Roddy. Okay, now if we want to talk conspiracies, after Feed the Streets 2.
Because the algorithm got fucked up. It was like, oh, people like when I do this, let me do it more, and they turned it up a little too much.
Yeah, or not even Feed the Street 2. What if after, please excuse me for being antisocial, whatever. What if Roddy got, but they didn't let anyone know, and they replaced him with AI Roddy, and that's why his music started to feel soulless. Because we can't really put our finger on why it's not good no more.
He sings too much. Yes, we can.
He's always saying. He's always saying.
It's too much. Now.
He's always saying though.
It's it's a lot, bro. I hear that passionate song with him and Blast.
Yeah, that
The way
sounds
that
bad.
nigga comes, no, let me. Hey, Roddy, get your money, bro. Hope your family doing well. That on that, bro. Designer.
Oh
My
yeah.
God.
What did he do? Expose himself on a plane, right?
Whoa, bro, this nigga was jerking off on a plane. The Vaseline fell out from like under his, like, I assume it was in like a first class thing, and he goes to grab it and like he was naked. That's like when I say expose himself. And then his retort for that was like, I wasn't getting no pussy in Japan. So I had
Yo.
to.
I didn't know the extent of it.
But he's getting help.
Yeah.
And he said he was not feeling like himself for a while now. And like, you know what I mean? I think when you have fame and money and shit, you know what I mean? Your fuck ups get magnified and everyone can see them. Or like you just get put in positions where you could do some crazy shit that us like regular people can't do.
Yeah.
So, you know, get well soon. Take your mental health seriously. Check on your friends.
Take it seriously, because that is like very real. I don't know. I have had personal experiences in my life now with people that I've been close with that have had episodes where they act completely out of themselves, and I know these people very well. You know what I mean? But this is something they would have never, ever, ever did, and they look crazy because, you know what I mean? But they're like, I just need help. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't in control of myself. You know what I mean?
That shit is, I don't know, bro. There's while we live in a world that's like very, I think, accepting of the conversation about it, there's still a stigma.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, I mean, these humanizing moments, I can appreciate how Designer handled that because it happened. You can't do anything about it. You know people are gonna know about it. But rather than just go into immediate hiding and not say anything, you say, hey, I fucked up. Like, I definitely fucked up, but like, here's why. And I'm not justifying it, but I am actively trying to get better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it sounds so crazy. Like the headline's crazy.
And niggas
But,
don't
like,
like, you know, yeah.
Think about what if Designer was getting some head on a plane and got caught? Nobody would have ever questioned his mental health.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But how much better really is it?
What you just said is valid.
You know?
You said is actually valid because I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure where you was going with it. But no, that's a fact though, because both are still problematic.
You know what I mean? It's not really that different.
I don't know, but get well soon, Designer, bro.
Seriously.
Panda.
Brah.
What else happened?
Something else kind of crazy happened. I mean, Mac DeMarco dropped 9.5 hours of music.
You're baiting me right now, bro.
Can we talk about
You're
it?
baiting me right now.
Can we talk about Mac DeMarco dropping 9.5 hours of music?
He dropped his whole hard drive.
Literally.
I only have not like actually had my brain explode over it because he's a troll.
Yeah.
So like I feel like he's like not like I feel like he's trolling. But like, yeah, it's so much music. It's unnecessary.
I mean, I think I love it. You know I love it. And I've doubled down now that I've listened to the music. I love it. Because it's not like you really have to hunt that hard for the songs. All the real songs have titles.
Yeah.
Any song with him singing on it that is actually a song that was going to go on the album. If you want the whole album, just go and put all the songs with real titles, not just dates, on a playlist. And just listen to that playlist. He's dropping a vinyl too. That vinyl is only going to have those 13 songs that are all really good. You know what I mean? So there's the album, but he's saying he's taking what all these other artists are doing and thinking they're sneaky and getting away with it, dropping these not very good songs and putting 35 song albums out, but he's doing it very deliberately saying, fuck you, here's my whole hard drive. If you want to listen to me noodle on my guitar for 9 hours because you love my sound, go ahead, pay me for it.
But
You know what I mean? But if you want the music, you can buy the vinyl or you can just listen to the ones with titles.
I think I don't love the deluxe album because of how quick it comes out now.
Mm-hmm.
But I am warming up to the idea that these artists do just have a lot of songs that
Yeah.
they like from this era and are like, I know I don't want to continue this into like another project.
Yeah.
So let me add a deluxe. My only problem is when you don't initially give me 30.
Yeah.
Give me 18, and then if you want to do a whole second album or do an estate sale type situation,
Yeah.
that's fine. But like 199 is just a lot. But like you said, you can find the shit. Like it's definitely not like impossible at all. It's an interesting concept because if nothing else, it starts a conversation in a not weird way. Mac is never going to be talked about because of controversy, really.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He seems like a pretty out the way kind of cool guy. So it is a cool way. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, haha, guys. It's a fun way to have a laugh.
Right? And maybe make a little buck off it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what would be really cool
Mm-hmm.
is if he said all of these songs are royalty free. You know what I mean? And we started hearing producers dig through this 9 hours of music and sample the fuck out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. See, now you're thinking like, is niggas thinking like that? Because that's a good idea.
I bet Mac is.
That's a good idea.
He's so smart, bro. I seen
think-
him face to face for the first time in my life at Coachella, back in the artist compound. And he was somebody that was like looking at a movie character, like looking at one of those A-listers that you're like, I don't actually think I would ever like look you in the eyes. You know what I mean? You're just sitting there drinking a Miller Lite.
I was gonna say, yeah, he seems pretty chill. Have you seen him live before?
No, well, I mean, he supposed to be at Flogna, not Kids See Ghosts Here. Oh yeah, Kids See Ghosts Here, but he wasn't.
I don't know. I saw him the year before that.
Okay, yeah, that was my Kids See Ghosts Here was my first year at Flogna.
Yeah, he performs exactly like the music sounds, exactly like he portrays in the interviews. He has the fucking Miller Lite on stage,
Yep.
smoking a stove. It's cool. I like him.
Yeah,
So that's why I could get it off. And I think that if people talk about this as like a funny joke rather than like the most brilliant artist move, then I don't have a problem with it.
yeah, yeah. Because at first I know I came out like, oh, like you could dig through and you could find songs that nobody else ever found, but really it is just like, haha.
Like fuck it, bro, cause that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's who he is. That's who he is. If you haven't watched it, I think he has a really good Zane Lowe interview.
Oh, I bet those two would have a great
Yeah,
conversation.
I remember it being a really. I can't remember. God, look up a Mac DeMarco interview after this. He's a smart guy.
Yeah,
I like how he looks at life and shit. That was fun.
he's just a little Bob Dylan baby.
Literally. Well, what else dropped? If we're gonna talk about new music, what else? Is there anything new at all?
I mean, we talked Currency with Kembe X.
There was a Black album. That was cool. I didn't love like everything, but I think like the good tracks were like cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, Red Veil dropped.
that 444 freestyle he dropped today.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Is that what you're playing?
Bro.
You were playing that earlier.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who that was. That didn't fully sound like him.
Tough.
Yeah.
So tough.
And I like the album a lot too. I sat with it and it is more produced
Mhm.
and he's singing more and it's a little bit more accessible, which I thought was going to be a negative because I liked kind of his underground sound, but I really liked it. You know, I think it was really solid.
I think he's someone who, like, if you really pay attention and if you're really a fan, you're going to get to see one of the bigger artists of our generation grow before our eyes.
Yeah.
Super young, trying a lot of things. And I think I love the team around him.
Yeah.
From producers to, like, management, whatever, because they put him in positions where, like, he hasn't been pigeonholed
Mm-hmm.
when he could be so many times.
Yeah.
And, like, he hasn't, like, it's never even given corny like Corday did, you know what I mean, when he was trying to do it. Because it's not that different than when, like, Corday started to sing, you know what I mean? Corday came out rapping, doing a little bit of a conscious thing, you know what I mean? Then I think he got a little more pop.
Yeah.
But the way that he's gone about it and his team have gone about it have been dope. He's on tour right now. Definitely check out a show if you're around, bro. I haven't seen him live ever.
No, I haven't either. I think I missed the show at the observatory in Santa Ana. I think that was early April, probably.
That'd be a good show. Yeah, it is. I don't love the EP.
Yeah.
But there's good moments in it.
Yeah.
And I like Black Enough and I like Gift Bag a lot.
What about Captain? You don't like Captain?
Captain's cool.
I really like
Captain's
Captain.
cool.
I really like
Captain's
Captain.
cool. I just don't love he repeats something a lot on that. There's a part he says a lot. That
Yeah.
I don't love. Shout out. I wish I knew like the girl's name on this. She's the girl who sings on Shoulder.
Mm.
So tough.
Yeah.
So tough. She's from the DMV area. And you know she knows Sam.
Really?
That's like someone like the Sam and she's Ethiopian. She knows somebody. Shout out to homie.
That's tough.
What else dropped? What else? I feel like we're forgetting something.
There hasn't been a lot, honestly.
The Weeknd dropped. Yeah.
I can see
there was
it.
no albums. Did we react to an album?
Did we talk about Daniel Caesar on the podcast yet?
I think we might.
I think we touched on it with Kembe X.
Yeah, I love the Daniel Caesar album. Yeah, we did talk about it on the Kembe X pod.
That's probably album of the
I
year.
fuck with the Daniel Caesar album so much.
It's so incredible.
And like I know people's gonna say what they will. We talked about it, but like that nigga can still sing. Valentina's damn near my song of the year.
Yeah.
I really, really like what he did. And I just like that he has something to say. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It may not always be right, and I think that's something that people need to focus on, but like at least just say something. Have an opinion.
Yeah.
Have a stance. Tell a story. You know what I mean? It's
And I want to
interesting.
backpedal on something I said when we were in the car. We were headed to the AG Club show, and we were talking about 3 of, I think, our favorite male R&B singers in Brent Faiyaz, Daniel Caesar, and Omar Apollo.
Mhm.
And I said that Omar's Ivory project was probably the best project. I could take any of their discogs, and he's not the best overall artist, but I want that project. That was a lie.
Yeah.
I went back and I re-listened to that, and that was incredible, and that had its moment last year, and Evergreen's one of the best songs I've ever heard. But like this album and Freudian, I think I realized that Daniel Caesar is really a step above those two for me. And I think I've been disrespecting him because I went back to Freudian and I knew every single song and really loved every single song. You know what I mean?
I'm like Daniel Caesar's like one of those guys that like when I was finding my taste in music,
Yeah.
I really, really like listened to his music just because that was the first artist. And I was like, oh, you're up and coming or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I don't know what it is that has him kind of separated from the other two. It feels like just that it's personality. A lot of these artists is personality, and Brent is that really cool, kind of like really like chill, laid back guy.
Yeah.
I think Omar obviously is more like has had the celebrity relationship, Like I think like the whole conversation about his sexuality and what that means just for the times we're in, I think it's like a relevant topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel is just a guy who makes R&B music about liking girls and fucking up a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not that the music isn't toxic, and it's not like overly lovey-dovey. It's almost just like very real.
I think that's what it is. Because I listen to Brent and I feel player. I feel cool. It kind of puts me in this character. I listen to Omar and I don't really relate, but I'm like, this is beautiful. But I listen to Daniel and it's like, I think it might just be more for us as the kind of people we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I can really relate to what he be talking about.
100%.
It does feel very real.
100%. I think like obviously like you know what I mean. I don't know about when you get into tracks like homosexual, but there's the nigga be. He puts like love and like wanting and yearning for someone into ways that aren't corny, which is dope.
Yeah.
Because as someone who listens to like a lot of like R&B, I think that like the really mid tracks come off as like whiny.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, like, you don't need that girl that bad. Like chill out.
Yeah.
Cool out, you know what I mean? Pick your shit up. But he's eloquent, bro. He's a great songwriter. The nigga don't look the best. You know,
You always
like, you know what I mean? That's a thing, bro. Like, hey, you know what I mean? No shade.
No, I know, bro.
No shade. As
I'm a
grown
publicist
man,
now.
you know
That
what
shit
I
is
mean?
important.
You know what I mean, bro? But you know, I seen you with the cornrows now. Get your shit off. You know what I mean? You clearly got some bitches because you talking about it. But you know,
can sing like that, you better have some bitches.
but there's like, you know, there's just things I feel like little things that add up to where he hasn't gotten the same maybe branding or like marketing as them, but he's he might have released the 2 best projects. But
Yeah.
Brent is so good. Brent's discography is good. I've been in a very big Brent like bag right now.
Yeah.
Like super, super like like bro, he's on a 3-album run. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Or is Fuck the World an album?
Yes.
We'll call it an album.
Yes, that's an album.
8 tracks?
Yes.
Yeah, it plays.
Album. And like it's maybe his best work.
Yeah.
Like really maybe his best work.
I mean, I still think it's Saunderson, but
I
it
love
definitely plays.
Saunderson.
And it's definitely what put me on. It's definitely the first real moment that I had with him was Fuck the World.
And then like I just love like hearing Rap Radar put out a great interview
So good.
with him.
Yeah.
And just him talking about like having people like The Dream come in and like teach him how to finish songs and like just different ways that you can see it's such an interesting transition between the other 2 projects that kind of sandwich it, you know? It feels like the perfect blend of like, I know I'm him.
Yeah.
And y'all know I'm him, but I haven't all the way proved it yet. But I still have this undeniable confidence where like it edges on Early Weekend when he was still dark and moody and people didn't know about him, but he was still talking shit like when I'm the biggest pop star in the world, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are Brent's aspirations, which is what I think keeps him more tempered
Yeah.
in what he's talking about. And like he's not like obviously the quality of singer that The Weeknd is, but I don't know.
Oh.
He's not.
But I like his voice more. I mean, he doesn't have the same range, but I like the sound of his voice more.
Yo, I could quit the pod right now. Spencer.
I do.
Spencer.
I think I do.
Lie.
I'm not lying.
You don't like The Weeknd, bro.
You know
like The Weeknd, bro. You don't like The Weeknd.
I do like The Weeknd.
You don't like The Weeknd, bro.
I do like The
Spencer.
Weeknd. But you know what I like in male R&B, and it's not like these ultra sopranos that are hit that are there.
Talk about bro.
Huh.
Brent does not have the range. Brent doesn't have the range. Brent doesn't have the versatility. Brent's voice is his worst. That's the argument against him when we're talking about the 3. Daniel, Omar, and him. Like Brent is not
the sound, the timbre of his voice,
no,
or
the
the
quality
ability.
and like the actual just technical singing
Okay,
ability.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual sound of his voice is what I like more than The Weeknd. Yes, The Weeknd is a better singer. The Weeknd is heads and tails a better technical singer. I like the sound of Brent's voice more. I like the way that he delivers it more.
Bro, I don't know. I feel like just so much of Brent's appeal is how he's so flawed sonically.
Yeah.
But it's like the confidence that he says things in. It's almost spoken word to his, like he's like he is not because he doesn't have a strong voice at all.
He can sing. You're acting like he can't sing.
Yeah, I'm just because we're comparing him to fucking The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And like some of the best. You know what I mean? If we're comparing him to Black, yeah, I think that nigga can sing. If we're comparing him to a lot of like these other people, I think he can sing. But like there's echelons to this. Like and like he's not. That's not what makes him great.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
I don't know. I
just like the sound of his voice.
I know, but damn, The Weeknd?
I like The Weeknd. But you know I don't love The Weeknd like you love The Weeknd.
Bro.
I really like The Weeknd, but and I think his songs are incredible, his body of work, his career is incredible. He's one of the best. But just personal taste?
I'm just confused why niggas was talking about After Hours, how they was talking about After Hours, and then I see all this slander. That's where I get so confused. Because it's like, how you going to talk about like the same way people was talking about Dawn FM? It's like, bro, he's not doing anything he didn't do anything that different on After Hours that had niggas tripping. Like I wasn't even going crazy over After Hours like that because I was like, bro, like I love the old Weeknd shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, what was the appeal of that where it seems like he had like reached that sweet spot to you? What was he doing in that era?
I think it was just, I don't know. I think the aesthetic was perfect, and I think the tempo and the pacing of the album was really good. I think a lot of his shortcomings earlier in his career was it was slower. You know what I mean? Like there were standout tracks that were faster and more upbeat, but I think majority of those first 3 or 4 projects were slower and kind of in one lane.
Well, that wasn't shortcomings.
Huh?
He was becoming the biggest.
Yeah.
That nigga was going,
Sure.
yeah.
But what After Hours did for me, that those didn't was it filled those holes that he wasn't filling earlier. You know what I'm saying? You can move to that record. You can cry to that record. You can do any, you know what I mean? I loved it. I didn't think he missed on it too. I think it was complete the whole way through. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Trilogy, but I think it's better than everything else he's done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As long as
That's what I've always said. That's what I've always said. I've never said After Hours is better than Trilogy.
But Trilogy's that slower shit.
I know, and it's incredible. It's perfect.
I fit you.
But it's better than Starboy. It's better than Beauty Beyond the Madness.
But it's like barely better than Starboy.
No, it's not.
It's
Starboy evolved. It's Starboy evolved.
Starboy is so good.
It is so good.
The Weeknd is so good. I guess we also that nigga's album is coming out June 4th.
Yeah.
That, oh my God. Like I think I'm ready for the picture to be complete. Because I don't think people are gonna I don't think he's someone who will even get fully appreciated until maybe he takes a step back. And I feel like he's been so in it for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Just in the spotlight. Because I think him and Tyler, the Creator, are prime examples of how you should work your music.
Mm-hmm.
This is how a body of work that you love deserves to be worked.
Mm-hmm.
From the treatment they give music videos to their tour to the festivals they do. That is how you handle a body of work.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And so I think that when he's out of album mode, out of this new trilogy, which is so funny to think, huh? What if he ends his career after this? That'd be so interesting.
Starts and ends with a trilogy.
That'd be so interesting. But yeah, bro, I'm ready for the end of this era and then to be able to kind of sit with all of the music and I think properly look over all 3 albums comparatively. Because I was late to The Weeknd. For however much I talk about The Weeknd and all that shit, I wasn't listening to that shit in 2012. My 12-year-old ass had no idea.
I caught on Starboy.
You know what I'm saying?
Starboy was the first project that I was really in it for.
So like, I am excited to now, when it finishes, be 23, look back on all 3 of those albums and be like, okay, how is this more relevant to my life now than like that was like when I was getting into it at like 17, 18? You know? I feel like I've grown with The Weeknd, high key.
I'm a little bit worried for the next weekend. I'm not worried, but for as much as I loved After Hours, Dawn FM was really lackluster to me. Dawn FM, and maybe because I didn't give it the time of day. Maybe because I listened to it and I said, why would I listen to this when I could listen to After Hours? Because I'm still not tired of that. But to me, Dawn FM was never interesting to me. And I think it started with the cover, if I'm being honest. And that's unfair because music is music, but there is something valuable to creating a whole brand around a piece of music. And I hated the cover. You know what I mean? And the music didn't really stick out to me. I had a couple songs, but if he just goes deeper into this bag, I'm worried that it's going to be another album that I don't really revisit. And if you look at the first trilogy, to me, it declined with each release of those first 3 albums, in my opinion.
I don't know. They're all so different. And I think it is what he's saying on a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the concept that he's talking about on this album. I think that when I went back and I listened to Dawn FM a couple weeks ago, it's like the Jim Carrey skit and the idea that like this is what happens like right as you're dying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's real artistry that's bigger than just the music. And then you're giving me an Out of Time. You're giving me Is There Someone Else, which are both bangers. And then at the same time, there's the Tyler, the Creator fucking ballad.
Yeah.
That's great. And then I'm forgetting, like, 'cause I think those are, like, to me, those are the 3 that kind of, like, make me, like, really want to follow the album. And then the rest is still kind of, like, I don't love it as much as After Hours even.
Yeah.
I think I like them equally. Because I didn't love After Hours like that at first. But it took me a minute. And then I go back and, like, yeah, there's tracks that like I don't love on there that I skip. I'm blanking on the names right now, but like fuck, Snow Child is one of my favorite Weeknd songs.
Snow Child is so incredible.
Fuck, that is like a great. I don't know. So he's in an interesting space.
But why am I forgetting my favorite song on that? If I OD, I want you to OD right beside me. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Yo, that is like one of the best Weeknd songs I've ever heard, and it's fucking
Alone Again is a great intro. Nah, Snow Child is the best. Oh my god.
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith
Yeah,
is
Faith is
like
good.
to me the best Weekend song I might have ever heard. Probably not. I'm probably capping, but one of my favorite easily. Just everything about that song.
It's gonna be hard for him to top Trilogy.
Dog, After Hours is so good, bro. Because it has the deep cuts like Faith, like Snow Child.
Snow Child's not a deep cut,
I mean, in terms of streaming numbers, it's one of the bottom.
but it got a music video.
It's one of the bottom 4 streamed on the album. On a 14-song album, it's bottom 4.
But it got a music video.
It don't matter. It's bottom 4.
You
It's
know
a deep
what I'm
cut.
saying?
It's a
though?
deep cut.
Like that's a song that like he let you know matters. Like it feels like a slower song.
Okay, but just
You know what I'm saying?
in terms of what a deep cut is, it's a deep cut.
But my album is coming, and I'm excited for it.
I am too.
But he does need to find a new sound. He can't lean on the what era is this? 80s?
I call it synth pop. Yeah, 80s synth pop.
Yeah, he can't. But that's what he's gonna do.
He just needs to.
How do you revamp that?
I don't know, because it's hard to revamp something when you go back to get something.
Literally,
I think he just needs to take it further.
you can't.
I don't know how you do it.
You can't.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, wow, that's very interesting, and that's why the new song sounded kind of boring. Is that the first single off it? Yeah,
That's his song, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's very, very interesting.
Have you listened to that song once?
No,
Neither have I. Well, since we reacted to it, let's watch our reaction.
yeah,
It sounds good. The song sounds good.
yeah. I mean, I am a little worried, but I'm excited for him because he just seems happy, and I think that's a big thing that makes it difficult to hate on people and
Yeah.
like to really be worried because it's like that nigga does not even seem to give a flying fuck. Like that nigga doesn't seem like he's chasing a hit.
No.
'Cause you know he dropped that shit and you know it's probably getting played on the radio. That nigga be like, he's doing what he's got to do. Same with even Drake, you know what I mean? Even though we didn't fucking like the song, like we're not over here worried about his Drake falling off for real. You know what I mean?
Get his money. Did you see The Weeknd's new cover photo on DSPs? Look at it. Did he cut his hair, or is that an old photo? I feel like he cut his hair.
I've seen this. It's been this for a little bit.
Okay, but like, I mean,
Does it look like it looks like Afro, right? I can't.
no. He's
Hard
got
bit?
no. It's not. He's got short hair.
Oh, have you seen it now? He slicked it back.
Oh, he did.
It's all the way like I don't know about this picture, but I see he looks kind of crazy.
Okay.
He looks insane.
Because I saw that and I was like, interesting to get a new look mid trilogy. You know. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean it's the title's great. Idol.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you had After Hours, Dawn FM, and Idol.
It's like Idol something.
Interesting.
And you know, someone was explaining it. I don't know. At least thanks for having a concept. Thanks for trying to be artistic. That's just cool.
I agree.
What else is there? Oh, I guess I'm okay. So speaking of that,
Yeah.
you had a good question.
Yeah. There's been something we've been talking about a little bit, and something that I'm really interested to ask you. So the question is, it's your wedding day, and you get 3 performers to come out and help you celebrate what's supposed to be the happiest day of your life. You get someone to perform while everyone's filling in, taking their seats, preparing for the ceremony. You get someone to perform while the bride is walking down the aisle, and then you get someone to perform at the after party. Who do you got?
That was okay. To me, this took me about 5 minutes, if that. So for everyone sitting down, I need bad, not good.
Ooh.
Something like just beautiful as jazz, you know what I mean? But if we want to pick it up, we could do jazz versions of songs that people know. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. We're not having nobody like get lost in the music, dancing around too much. Everyone's still, we about their business. Find your seats, you know what I mean? But catch a little vibe.
I like that.
Then for when, you know what I'm saying, the moments is happening, we getting real sentimental in our feelings. I'm going to need Frank Ocean come through, you know what I'm saying, set the vibes, set the tones, you know what I mean? You can't be doing,
Just think about hearing his vocals,
you know what I'm saying?
watching your wife to be walk down the aisle.
I'm shedding tears, and
crying.
I'm fucking going crazy with The Weeknd as my closer.
He's going to your after party?
That's the after party, you know what I mean? Just because I feel like, you got your family there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel like he's got everybody.
Yeah.
Inclusive everybody music. He still got the upbeat tracks, you know what I mean? But like I feel like they slow it down too in the after party. When niggas is really faded, you know.
Oh yeah, that's where you get your first dance.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to be able to do a ballad, a love song.
I think that is It'll be hard. You be hard. That's a crazy 3. I love that. But
That's a good wedding. I'm looking forward to
you
it.
know what I'm saying? who you doing though?
So while people are getting seated, I got John Mayer.
That's great.
John Mayer's just gonna be ripping the guitar. It's mostly gonna be instrumental stuff. Just kind of set the mood.
You need instrumental. I feel like for like the seating.
Yeah, and no, there's nothing I'd rather hear than him rip a little solo. I got Frank as she's walking down the aisle too. That's just like a gimme. Like that's what I need. And then for the after party, I've got No Worries. So I got Anderson .Paak, DJ'd by Knowledge.
That's a good one.
Right. We're getting lit. We're getting groovy. We're having a good time. He's gonna slow it down and do a couple love songs for me.
You could dip into like Anderson's catalog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just have Knowledge DJ and stuff.
And it's for the people. Everybody's having a good time.
And that's your wedding. Of course, you would have Anderson at your wedding.
I have to, bro. That's like the most. Yeah.
Let Anderson hop on the boards a little bit.
Pee Wee could spin.
I don't know. That's such a hard question because like niggas would say like I don't know. I can't have rap. Nah, but I do want rap. That's gonna be a crazy night. Gonna be a crazy night.
Who would you get if you had like a rapper?
If I had a rapper, I mean shit. See, nah.
Let Tyler do your after party.
Tyler would be crazy. But like I just don't know. He got to give me one more album with a couple more chill songs, and then maybe I think the catalog would be there all the way. But then you know what I mean? It's so like Tyler has no in between. Like he could only do the Igor album.
Yeah,
you know. Well,
he could do some Flower Boy.
He could do Flower Boy.
But no, you're right. There's not really like even us as like this all started from hip hop. That's what we love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a lot of hip hop in my wedding.
Yeah,
my parents are there.
Ideally, I'm doing like 90s R&B. Someone I gotta think of like someone crazy. Oh,
yeah. Who do you want?
Fuck, bro. Fuck. I'd let Brandy. Nah, but Brandy would have to do like when people are sitting down. That'd be crazy.
I'm surprised you didn't want Lauren singing your after party.
But it's not all the way after. I would have Lauren do the actual ceremony.
Like walking down the aisle?
Yeah, because she could do that. Oh
but you could turn up. I feel like you could dance with your whole family to that whole album. She could do some. You could even say the Fugees, bro, with just a Lauryn Hill set too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Lauren is never the wrong answer.
No.
She never the wrong answer. Oh, that's such a. It really is. Who gonna make you feel your feelings at the right times to feel those feelings?
I thought about Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
For the ceremony.
Ooh, I feel like Erykah would be fire sit down music too. Imagine you walk into somebody's wedding and they got Erykah singing.
Yeah.
Ooh, like you hear Bag Lady, like as you get
that'd be crazy.
She gotta be involved. Fuck, Stevie Wonder. Obviously, if I could have it my way,
yeah,
you know that's why I had to ask you dead or alive because you know I would have threw Stevie in there real quick.
I mean, Stevie's alive,
but you know what I mean. Like, Stevie ain't doing what Stevie need to do.
No, I feel
right
you.
now.
I feel you.
Ooh, Gambino could do my after party.
Oh wow.
Gambino could do my after party.
Bro,
that would be tough.
Nah, that would be insane.
Rihanna could do my after party.
Yeah.
Rihanna could do up my after party for sure. Beyonce after party for sure. Jay-Z would be the only rapper I'd let do my after party.
Jay-Z would make sense.
I'd let Jay-Z do the after party. I mean, yay. But like,
I don't know if I
can
might
make
Kanye
it about
at my
him.
wedding. Yeah, it's gonna be about Kanye then.
Fuck, that's a good ass question though.
It's fun to think about. It's really fun to think about.
What's your what was your peak walkout song? You have a walkout song?
It's so funny.
Oh yeah, you told it's
so funny because you already called it out this episode.
Yeah, fucking School Spirit was your shit.
When I played baseball, I'd walk. I don't know. I like just the way it felt to walk to that song. I don't even know.
Nah, we would come out the tunnel to fucking what, bro? The worst shit ever was fucking. We came out the tunnel for a whole year to Icon by Jaden Smith, bro.
Really?
That was awful.
Just like, Icon living.
You know what I mean? Just looking back, it was like that was bad. But
you got good post game songs though.
Oof.
Because that's where we really went up.
We were bad though.
Huh?
It was Prices by Migos.
Fire.
And we were good. That was fun. Now that was really fun. Even T-shirt. That whole Culture album was like when I was hooping. That was a post game go to.
Yeah. Every dub when I played football. First song would be Roses by Outkast.
I'm dead.
And then we would do Too Much Sauce by DJ Esco and Lil Uzi.
That's a good one. I feel like
And
now
Few.
niggas just do Young Boy. All the football niggas I see love Young Boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they love Young Boy. I feel like that's the only thing you could listen to before a football game.
No, you know what used to hit before a football game? You know the song In the Air by Phil Collins?
You're hilarious.
Bro, we would go stretch and everyone would be no pads. And it would just be playing on the speakers, empty stadium, bro. We'd get so
That's
turned
why
up.
Meek remixed it for the intro to Champions.
Oh, literally. Yeah.
That's the only time I listen to that. Meek is the best pregame music.
Meek was essential.
Meek was the best, even though I'm lying though, because I don't listen to rap before basketball or any type of game or any athletic event.
You said, what do you do? R&B?
Frank Ocean, ideally, but like the internet, I gotta cool out, bro.
Yeah.
Don't take the moment too serious, bro.
Yeah.
It's just another game.
Yeah.
That's the headspace I gotta be in. I don't know. I be too like that should give me like anxiety, bro. It's like, why are you so like, it ain't that deep. Like it's still a game, guys.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why I'm not in the league though.
I used to listen to some crazy shit before football games. Cause you gotta get like amped up for that shit. You know what I mean? I remember listening to like a bunch of Tech 9 before one game, bro. Back when I was like a freshman. That shit used to get me teed
The
up.
worst was shout out Jack. This nigga would be trying to like get niggas to play death grips
Fire.
before games. We'd be like, I get why you would really like this nigga would run through a wall, bro.
Yeah.
I can't put that in my headphones before a game though.
Did Jack
bro.
play hoop?
Yeah, Jack was a team captain our junior year, bro.
It's tough.
That nigga, that shout out you, bro. Shout out you, bro. Okay, well, what is that everything that we gonna talk about?
I mean, yeah, we can talk just about some music for a little bit since we haven't.
Yeah, I mean, get the people. I think we can just talk about it in terms of recommendations, bro. Because what you been slapping? I've been in like not a musical drought, but like I don't know. I feel like I've just been like in so much like discovery mode. I'm like trying to evaluate the shit that I like, but all that I've been listening to, like that Greek album has had me in a chokehold.
Oh yeah, tell the people about that.
Fucking love this kid. I mean, it seems like he has a really dope fan base, and like the more that I'm getting to know it seems like people have known about him for a while. But Greek, he's like I don't even know how to categorize it, like R&B indie kind of singer. I think he's from the New York area, but really, really good music. Fantasy is like the song that's been on repeat for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Rewind is great. Lovers and Friends, the intro to the album is great. Listen, it's called Extinct, I think is the name of the album, but that's a great album. I love it.
It is. When you you were running that, and I was like, who the fuck is this? This is some different shit.
Bruh. And it's so influential or influenced by those people that we were talking about earlier, like the Daniel. I hear so much Daniel Caesar.
We were listening to it like this day after it came out
Yes.
on the way to that show, and I thought you were playing the album because I still wasn't very familiar with the Daniel Caesar album. I thought it was that.
So Daniel Caesar, but yeah, that shit's dope. I don't know what else I've been listening to really.
I've been in a drought too. I've been slapping this one fool heavy though, and excuse me if I butcher this pronunciation, but I think his name is Masayoshi Takanada. He's this Japanese dude that was making this like ultra groovy psych rock in like the 70s, and I can't even explain it. It's so fucking fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, and it's perfect. Like, it's been sunny in LA. You know, it rained for 8 months straight or whatever. It's been nice. This is like perfect, like nice weather. Like, it sounds like if whoever played the Mario Kart soundtrack like took a bunch of acid and was also like a genius. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, let me pull up the name of the album. I think it might just be Japanese characters.
The album cover crazy. I feel like it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yes.
It's gotta have
Masayoshi.
I told about Malcolm Todd last episode. He's good.
Look at the cover. It's just these birds.
That is pretty fun.
Seychelles. And it's like, it's so good. It came out in 76. Start with Otango Suerte. And then, like, why is it a Spanish title? A Japanese dude making psych rock? I don't know. And then just go from there because most of the titles after that are in Japanese, but incredible. If you're into that kind of shit, it's incredible.
I mean, other than that, like, really, like, Fuck the World by Brent has been in heavy rotation.
I've been listening to a lot of Dijon and Bon Iver lately.
What you think of Dijon?
I love him.
Okay.
I love him. I love both the projects I listen to. How do you feel about getting married? And then I forget the other one with the dress and Talk Down. I think he can capture a certain emotional state that not a lot of people can. I think it's super vulnerable. I love it. I really love it.
Listen to Dende. I don't, bro. Dijon, that's part of my head, but Dijon is someone who I feel like around like the end of this year, I'm gonna come in here one day and just like really get it and be excited about it.
Yeah.
It just hasn't clicked for me yet.
Yeah.
But like as a songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Should we just finish?
oh yeah, as a songwriter, crazy. Like
Yeah.
really, really, really something. Something to be rivaled with because it's what he does is so rare in today's day and age. But I can appreciate the art even though it hasn't fully connected with me yet.
Yeah, because I think I listened to him for a while before I became a big fan. Because I liked a couple songs off that earlier project, and I don't know what happened when it clicked. It'll click for you. I hope it does. I hope we can listen to Dijon together one day. I hope we can.
You're crazy.
I hope we can share a moment to some Dijon.
Shut the fuck up. I think that's everything, man. That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a
Do the
friend.
things.
Catch you on the next one, man.
Peace.
Easy.